Hi, Michael.
Hi, Paulina. Nice to see you.
Hey, nice to see you. So I called you today because I've heard of you as a branding expert. So are you
Mm.
one of those guys who like celebrities go to to help with the branding?
So not only celebrities, because when you already are a celebrity, you can just, go like a step higher, or you need a counselor or a great marketing agency. But I work with people who, not only with people, but also with companies who want to become known in the industry. So if someone has knowledge or entertainment, wants to entertain someone and wants to become an influencer or star or personal branding celebrity, then I can help them. But also the same principles and the same like way of thinking. It's actually from running my marketing agency. So I took all I've learned working for product marketing and branding, and then I put it to people branding. So this is what I do. I do product and people branding.
Interesting. So I'll ask you questions from the point of view
Sure.
as an e-commerce seller
Yeah.
because I am an Amazon seller and
Mm.
most of my audience is.
Mm.
So what's happening with us is that most of us are started on Amazon, and Amazon is easy and you don't really need a big brand. You do
Mm.
need to register
Yeah.
trademark to get some benefits.
Yeah.
But after that, there's not much branding outside of Amazon that we need to do to get sales.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But it's
yeah.
not gold rush anymore, and it's getting
Yeah.
harder and harder and harder to launch new products and stuff. And we are starting to look into, other opportunities outside of Amazon. And now there's this big question of branding suddenly it
Mm.
becomes important. So are you currently working with the e-commerce sellers and you have experience
Yes.
with that?
Yes. So what I'm really surprised about, it's like people who put products on Amazon. They actually, when you think about it, you're not building an asset to yourself, because all the client data stays on Amazon side. All the like marketing and inside data stay on Amazon. All the rules. So you're basically just renting a little space inside of a huge mall where you have actually no control over it, and at anytime the owner can come and say, wait a minute, what are you doing here, and lock your account for up to 3 months, like going slowly with your support. So basically you're putting effort to create sales for yourself, but with a big chunk of a cake for Amazon, and then you have no control over it. So, and this actually surprises me, because people make like tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly on Amazon. But when I ask them, okay, what if Amazon stops working today? They are like, I'm losing my business. So when you
Yeah,
think from
pretty
this
much.
perspective, it's pretty scary that you put so much effort, so much hard work, so much energy to a project that you have completely no control over. And now I started working with people who actually already are selling things through their stores and through Amazon, and to think from a brand perspective, because most people think that branding is like, yeah, you have to register the trademark on Amazon and then you have a brand. No, brand is everything that people feel before they buy from you, while they're buying, and after they buy from you. So all the emotions, all the experience, all what they see, how do you speak to them, and how everything looks, it's all brand. So it's how do you make people feel. This is branding. And you can, yes, Amazon should and can be one of the key points that you, because this is a marketplace. So on Amazon, you are coming to Amazon to already buy something. You have this in mind, and you are thinking about buying something. So you don't have to advertise on Facebook, or to where people are looking for what's happening in the world, or with their friends, and now you are showing them, maybe you would want to buy this, and they have to like make another decision. Am I in a buying mood? On Amazon, you already have people who are in a buying mood. They are searching for something, but it cannot be the only point that you're working on, because then you have no control over it. You're not creating an asset, and you're just, in my opinion, it's like the same thing that you do with a 9 to 5 job. When your boss stops paying you, you don't receive any more money. The same thing, Amazon becomes your boss if you don't build your brand, if you don't build touch points with your customers. Actually, you have just another boss that pays you really well. So that's my perspective.
That's right. That's what's happening. So, but all, you know, what I've heard about branding before this point,
Mm.
I always get to chat with people, and it ends up being very high level type of conversation.
Mm.
It's so big. I find that the branding takes in so many things that the conversations are often very high level, and it's so hard to
Mm.
practically get any practical advice. And me, Paulina, is always interested in those practical tips and bits.
Yeah.
So today I called you. I prepared a little bit for our interview, and I have a few different Shopify websites that I picked, just random other sellers selling on Shopify. So they did launch something on Shopify, but it's not moving. You know, there's no sales happening. So maybe we could give a little bit of like practical.
Sure. Yeah,
so something like that.
We can go on with this.
All right. So let me share my screen and let's get right into it. Yeah. So I was looking you up. See, that's where you are.
Yeah. That's my fun page.
Very beautiful logo, actually. And
thank you.
I liked it. I saw on you on LinkedIn before your description. You also have a star. Yeah, there's a star. Very nice. It's always like, you know, you look at the shoemaker's shoes, you know, and at the branding expert's brand, and then you judge.
Yeah, actually, when I was running my marketing agency, my website, my marketing website was really very, very basic because I didn't have time, because I was working with my client. I started working with clients and then I opened my agency. But switching to branding, I decided, I think this is the first touch point that many people will get, so it should look good.
This is cool. It really looks good. So you get a check mark from me on that. All right. So I found this list. You know, I just Googled for Shopify stores list, and I found the ones that rank the worst on that list.
Okay.
So from the bottom part, and so there's
500. So we are the worst from it. But it's like if you are, even if you're looking at this website, it's 500, so 499 and 500 of all Shopify websites, so
which is 70,000. Yeah, so they are
but so they are this is really pretty successful website actually. But being last on the list isn't like something bad.
It could be better, right? So
yes.
For example, some of them, I don't know how they even got on that list. Maybe they run a lot of paid traffic and that's how they got the ranking. You know, maybe they did some black hat. I don't know. But some of them are pretty bad in my opinion. So I just want to see your opinion.
Yeah.
So just let's go with the random one. There's one. So it's called pricelessshop.ca. So immediately I know that it's a Canadian shop. And then when you look at it, it only has a few products. So the seller is just sort of launched. So this is pretty much what happens.
No. So just wait a second. So it's the first thing is many times when you hear about some, for example, if you wouldn't know, if you log out of Facebook and you go on a main page, you would think, I could do that. I could do this web page in like minutes. It's just a login page and all those stuff. We don't see what's happening like under the hood, because maybe this website, this front page website, is just for people who type in address, but maybe they have a funnel like deeper, and then they like fuel this funnel with ads or with like affiliate marketing or whatever. And this website is just because it should be. But maybe those products below that you showed me, maybe they are somehow connected to a funnel that if you not click through some ad, or if you not get link from affiliate, you won't even see this funnel. So it might be. So it's like it's always. The first impression is really important. So when you come to the website, you saw my profile and said, this is a nice logo. So you have this like checked, but there are many beautiful, great, high valued companies that have terrible branding, in my opinion, because they do other stuff good. So for example, they are great sellers, or they have great pricing. So for example, Amazon that we've been talking about has really low margins on what they are actually doing. They make money, they make like great profit on services that they offer. So like FBA, Amazon Prime and other stuff, because they and cloud computing. So they make good money there. What they are doing So for example, if Amazon sells product, it's almost always product that gives them that won't give them any money, because they are connecting it to the ecosystem. And the same thing might be here. So we are looking at the website that it's like general store. If you scroll down, it's like, so it's something for a phone. Show me a little bit higher.
So I guess
the products. So you have you have something for wrinkles, you have something for bikers, and then you have something for so there are really random products.
Yeah, that's how many Amazon sellers start as well. We sort of see he only has 2 pages. We just start with random things, see what works, you know. And
yeah, it's like
inappropriate for my show. Just let me switch back.
The butt training thing. But it's like I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to start, because then this way you will learn how to run a shop and how to because we are looking right now at the Shopify store, but it's the same thing. If you are selling something on Amazon, you have to start with something. You can do like tons of research and pick a product, and actually the product will appear that not that successful. And then if you test 5 or 6 products, it may appear that the third or fourth that you were I will mute my notifications. They will like surprise you what products will be successful. So it's good to try with something. But so in e-commerce, I get clients who have already built some kind of revenue from the website. They are not starting. They are on their way to grow, or they actually figured out that they are not building any equity. They are not building asset for them, and then they approach me. And it's like, if you know what do you really like, what drives you, who would you like to help. So if you will connect, so if you will build this website or this listing from inside out, not only what market wants, but what would I like to do for the rest of my life, and then in which parts of or which niches actually connect with this, what I would like to do, then it doesn't matter if your first or third or 7th product failed, because you know that you want to like serve this group of people, and you will find solution how to serve them. And this way you won't like create a generic store. You will create something for certain group of people, and this where the branding starts. So you can have crappy logo, you can have terrible system, but when you know who you serve, when you know who you want to help, and you align to it, and you are building it from inside out, and then talking with your clients and following strategy, you are actually reaching those people and solving their problems, or giving what they expect to get. This way you build a brand, because you build a group of people who think of you because you are connected to them, not on your product level, but on like emotional level.
Wow, I love what you say. So basically, you know, I like that you didn't jump to criticize all the logos bad, and here, you know, the landing page 4 sentences.
It is bad.
I mean, but you actually criticized the fact that this is a generic store, and you sort of gear towards the finding your niche, right? So generic is not good, then you're saying, for branding.
So it's like it depends, because it's like generic isn't always generic. For example, if you would think like 3 most generic brands, let's call it eBay, Amazon, and AliExpress. They are all to different groups of people. If you want something next day, if you want something, you buy something and you don't care, you buy something on Amazon. If you want something fast, you buy something on Amazon and you pay a little bit more for it. If you want something used, if you want something a bit cheaper but still fast, so it's like, yes, they are generic stores, but still they are targeting different groups of people. But if you are creating generic store, you are actually starting with competing with those stores. So there is one case study, actually, the company from Poland, they went under the radar and they achieved huge success, and they are growing really fast. I don't know if you heard about Wish.
Yeah, on Facebook a lot.
Yeah, so they are promoting so hard on Facebook and on YouTube. They are even different generic store. They are targeting the cheapest, lowest quality
Yeah.
deals, but they are like, right now they are several $billion brand, the Wish
Crazy.
store. So you can create a generic store, but you have to remember that you are actually competing with those huge players. And it's much easier to start thinking about, okay, what 5 actual people I want to help, and create profiles of them. How they look like, what they like, what they don't like, what problems they have. And when you serve this person has some hobbies, has some circles of friends, and then you it's much easier, because then you know you can be much faster, you can be much more precise, you can be just for the group. And if this person likes what you're doing and she or he shares this with his friends, now you start getting 2 clients, 3 clients, 300 clients, and then you can of course add another products. And it's really like good to know, okay, this is step number 1, what will be at step number 2, at number 3, number 4. Because when clients like something that you are selling, or service you are giving them, it's always good to think, okay, what's next? Because you just responded to what they need, and they grow, they develop, they may have another needs. So the chain of services and products is really useful. But starting with a group, like certain group of people, is, in my opinion, the better way, because you can be much more agile, much faster.
That's interesting. And that's actually in my personal, most of my business is software business, but 5% I am still Amazon seller. And I chose this weird niche of apparel, and apparel is like you target, one dress could be for a little girl, and another purse for, this same purse could be applicable, to older women and younger women. This is so hard. And now it's all purses. It's one category, but actually purses to so many different people that I can't like email the same person who bought a child's purse the next time with something else that is Halloween, purse. So it's really difficult to make that brand for me as well when I didn't group of people.
Because it's like, if you would think about what's the common thing of, for example, you said the purse for a child and for a woman, what's the common thing that connects this woman and this child? So branding is finding the common ground, the thing that connects, that is common to those people. If you think about, they are a really successful company, but in my opinion, they are watering their brand right now. I'm talking about Apple. They actually create many different stuff. They create computers, they create headphones, they create tablet, they create phones, and they started as a computer company, and they changed this, because it's not about computers, it's about what do you believe in, what do you want, how you would like to express yourself. And the same thing is with purses. If you would think about purse, buying it in Primark, if you think about the purse buying at Prada, if you think about purse buying at Louis Vuitton, different people buy the thing that has the same purpose, the purse, but it's different groups of people. And branding is talking. So, for example, you won't find a Prada purse in Primark or in Walmart or anywhere, because this is not something that's good for the brand. And the same thing, if you would, there are cases where bags that look like an IKEA bag are sold for thousands of dollars, but it's like, but it's just showing, like thinking different or going after some designer. But it's who is your group? Who are you talking to? If like different people buy Lamborghini, different people buy Ford, different people buy Tesla. They are totally different people. And still, there are cars.
Actually, so with that in mind, I'll go to the next one. And if we are now thinking about that, like, who am I targeting, right? For example, there is this one, and they're top 500, but I think they're pretty random. They don't seem like very popular ones. So there's this few shoes that he's got, and I guess on Instagram he may be a little bit more popular, with 362 followers. So I guess that's not really very. So what would you say here? Again, like, I have a few shoes that I have created, but I don't have a lot. So how would you help me here? Like, what should I change on this side, on the thinking, on what do I do to help myself here?
Okay, so I can see much like a bit more consistency here on this shop. It's like the brand, the logotype is trying to be like this old style, old school font, and then you see leather shoes. So it's all there is a alignment there. So it's like it's always worth to take a look at numbers. So for example, what works for you? So when I work with my clients, we go through like extensive interview because I want to know where they think that they are going good and what they think may be improved, because it's like in here I can see like the consistent style. I don't know who these shoes are for, who they should like be promoted to, but I assume that they know who's the target group. It might be not like if you would want to grow, it might be how to get more eyeballs on your products, because it's not like, okay, is there something wrong with my products, but maybe not enough people from my group heard about the product. So it's case of marketing. So how do you market your products, and how do you reach your target group? So it's always about, okay, it isn't working, but okay, what do you think is working? What is not? Because it's, if you have 10,000 people daily visiting your website and have 3 sales, yeah, there's something wrong with your funnel or with your product. But if you have 100 visitors a day and then you have 3 sales, it's not so bad. It's like to get more sales, you just have to have more people on your website.
Okay. What about the, like when you look at the brand, like from the first glance, you get some kind of first impression. Does the first impression matter? Like the first homepage, first quote?
Yes, it matters, because it sets the tune. It's like when you start like to listen any music, you know if you want to listen to it or not in few seconds or in few minutes. You want to switch or you want to stay with the song. The same thing is with what you're looking at. If you, so it's like you don't have to like every brand or every website, because it should be created for the certain group. So the different website will be for people who work in factories, and a different website will be for mothers that are expecting their child. So it's and like both groups don't mix, and they like don't. So mothers they don't have to like the website for the factory workers, and factory workers don't have to like the website for mothers. And so branding is, if you are creating the message for the people that you want to target. And if, for example, there's a beardaholic, it actually is, we know it's for men. It's for like bold, many men, like manly men, and the font is bold. The website is really clean, so everything's like in place, in my opinion. So it's something about beards, so maybe shaving materials, or
okay.
But still, it's like it looks like a blog. It doesn't look like
so
you have a link to the shop. So it's in my opinion, the branding is very good, because it shows you, I really like this clean look, because you don't need all those fancy thing when you are just want some things to take care of your beard, and you have a beard in the logotype, and it has really bold font, and the branding is consistent. So in my opinion, it's a really good job.
Very cool. What about this guy?
Big, small. So again, it's like it can mean so many. If you will, for example, take a look at Google logo, or if you would look at Amazon logo, it doesn't say much. It's like, I know that, for example, it's like when for example, we create logotypes for our clients, it's like the things that people see at the first glance are like 5% of the whole story behind the logo. So it's like that's why, for example, when we create logotype, we always create story for the logotype, not just showing clients, see, this is your new logo. No, how did it came from? Why is it this way? Why is it this color? Does it look like this? It's like the big, small doesn't tell me anything. Maybe something about that you will get something that is small and makes a big impression. So it's like, it's like
Very far
or
away, hidden there, the meaning.
yeah, but it's very generic, and like I don't like the look of it, but I don't have to like the look of it. So I
Okay.
see that they are gifts.
Yeah, here we say in the underwriting, they say unique, fun, quirky gifts.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
guess, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess that
it's a little bit narrow. They are narrowing the wide target group, but it's still very, very wide. So it's like the things that will surprise you.
okay, this is really weird ones, like the
Yeah,
turkey pillow. Okay, so so in this case, I like me, Paulina, if I
yeah,
am this brand owner, right away I would try to monetize on this virality of it, right? Right,
yeah,
I'm thinking,
yeah.
oh, this is cool, turkey nap pillow. This is something that people would click like and they would share, it's so weird and so unusual.
Again, maybe we don't see because we went just through the main website, and like the way that what I promote to my clients is like we have to like create funnels. So create all the experience from when the person sees you for the first time and how they get to know you, how to get to trust you, and then buy. Because when we want to buy something, we just go to Amazon or eBay. It's like you buy things there. But if you want to attract people to your brand, you have to think about, okay, at what case or what's time in a day, or how I want the first contact to be. Because it's like it's much more rare that people just click and buy. Or, okay, they might be just like spontaneous products, like very cheap products that people buy. But if you want to spend like $100 or $300, it's not like you just click and buy. There are some people who do this, but then you have like all this thought process going through your mind. So maybe this pillow is just a part of like a funnel that they promote somehow. They create things, okay, for people who are at their work and they just cannot find any place to sleep, and they just buy this pillow and they show some kind of a story and they just redirect to this product. So again, if they do this, then great. If they don't,
It's
maybe they
so
have
silly.
yeah, it is.
It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, but see, I noticed here that they are actually categorizing. They have a lot of categories that shows me
Yeah.
that the website is big. So they have content that possibly means that they are older, more established.
Yes, and maybe they do what you said at the beginning. Maybe they just test products and they leave on the website. So maybe this is just another way of creating generic store where they test products and they just leave what sells, and they just get rid of what doesn't.
It's interesting. Look, they are actually classifying people by person. Like you said, you have to keep in mind
Yeah.
who's your buyer.
Yes.
So if if you are the prankster, like you are buying for him, so you are gonna have some related. I guess I'm not a prankster. Don't find that interesting. So I'm gonna gifts for entrepreneurs. Let's see. Yeah. So. But I like that there's a lot of content in here. So I'm actually spending time. It's not like the 3 items on the previous websites we looked at, it's actually more to choose from. I feel like I will stick around longer and possibly buy. So does that have anything to do with branding now? So how do I put the branding here? Because the items are probably reselling somebody else's items, as I understand. It's not his brand.
As you can see, the images above, they are all branded. So they are trying to give you consistent experience. And I wouldn't, because it's like, the time that you spend on the website is really important, but maybe like the previous website. So for example, if you will buy the stuff for your beard, and then you just like make it as easy as possible, and it takes you just 3 minutes to buy it, or even you go like with some kind of monthly subscription, you still get the brand exposure like twice a week or once a week when you take care of your beard. So it's like, and then if you would compare the time that you spend on a website where you just look for gifts and the time that you spend like with those products, it actually might be that you spend much more time with a product that you spend on a website like few seconds. So it's like the whole experience matters. So for example, like Amazon without its services, it will be just the touch point for a few seconds. You just buy it and you just walk away. It's like, and then they create, the Amazon Prime Video, Prime Music, the things that Alexa, the things that actually allow you to connect with the brand much more often. So this way they make sure that if you will make any kind of purchase, you will make it on their website. So the time on the website is really important, but it isn't the only factor, because it might be, again, we don't see the whole picture. The branding is like how they package their product. What happens like a week after somebody buys a product? What happens when somebody says, I don't like it, I want to exchange it? So it's all those experiences are part of the branding, not only how these things looks like on the website.
So I'm curious now, if you're sort of taking an audit, I come to you with my brand, one of these guys, like this beard thing, right? What was his name? See, it's not memorable. Beardaholic.
Yes, but you have to have like 6-7 exposures, meaningful exposures to remember.
Brand. To remember, right? So the thing is, okay, if I come to you, like you as a branding expert, you are going to, I guess, audit my processes first, right? See what I have so far. And from your experience of working with Amazon or e-commerce sellers, like where are the biggest gaps usually that you come and fill in right away?
Yeah, okay. So the biggest gap that I see is not taking any, like not getting any touch point with your client, like keeping all the business inside Amazon. So you can, and Amazon is very happy when you put traffic to your products on Amazon. But if you will put anything between your ads and Amazon, the things that will allow you, so this is the most common thing, and this is like almost every time, creating ads, directing like almost instantaneously to Amazon to just increase sales. But if you don't get email or phone number, or if you don't get like pixel trace of this customer, then you are paid worker for the Amazon, because you don't have any control over it. But if you will, for example, give something, or if you will attract people to your website, and then you can redirect to Amazon, you don't have to create your e-commerce, you don't even have to create a Shopify store. But if you will create like a middle point where people can, okay, if you want to have a coupon for a next sale, leave your email or click this messenger bot link, and this way every person that's interested in your products is building your asset of that you can get back to. So if you have new product, you can then send emails. If you have an upgrade, you can send a Facebook message, and this way you get you start gaining back control and start building the brand experience, because if you're just keeping the brand experience only on Amazon, the Amazon actually sets the tune of how your brand is perceived, and you are building Amazon brand, not yours.
So now, because Amazon restricts so much and doesn't really let us take the data of customers, there are like a few workarounds. You put the inserts that don't directly say, do you get like a warranty offer or something like that, come register for a warranty. But so you're saying I should start those funnels somewhere outside of Amazon, like build my own audience from scratch, right?
Yes. So if Amazon gives you money, so take care of your Amazon account and do what you're doing right now and do it better. But think about how you can, all new customers from today until like infinity, how you can get any kind of access to your clients from today. So Amazon won't mind if you will redirect clients from your website or from your mailing list. They are very happy with it. They are not happy with pulling the clients from their database. So if you would plan all your marketing or affiliate or any kind of campaigns to start building your own assets, then you start gaining back control. So it's not like it won't happen like daily. It won't happen. It might have a little bit fraction. So it might be like you will lose some clients on the way. But then if you have like pixel track, if you have emails, then you can actually control where you want to show the advertisements or how you want to communicate with those people. And so this is like, I know that Amazon doesn't allow, even when you create inserts to your products, they test those and see if you're not giving any coupons or stuff, and they can lock you. So if you would think about it, if you would just wait a second and think about how much control they want to have over your products and over your clients, it's like it's a really bad boss in my opinion. It's like really strict. Yeah, and so when I because I started to learn about this community for a year now, and the stories that I hear about, not even eBay, but about Amazon, how strict and how brutal they might be, and how soulless they are. It's not. It's like it's like, and you are giving all the power to them, and it's like you can't. You can't do anything with what you already did. You can just improve it, and you can create a brand experience and register your brand on Amazon. Then you will have like this a little bit secured and a little bit just like Facebook fan page thing, that Facebook fan page isn't yours as well. But you can have this. But if you will think about how can I attract new clients, or how can I create this additional experience for my clients so I can get any kind of control, any kind of communication channel with them, then you start building your brand.
So do you actually just consult in general, or you specifically would tell me you need an email list and you need to write this, that? Like, what's your level of...
So it's like email list is always good, but it's like if it always depends on what group are you targeting. So there are people who are fine with Instagram. There are people who are fine with Messenger. So it's always about where's the natural environment for people that. Who do you want to target? This is the first thing, because maybe you have to update your listing, maybe you have to update your communication, your follow-up, and so on, because it's like you can sell the same product, but if you will target the different group, you can actually raise the margins and sell for the higher price, and this way you as well, you are building your brand inside Amazon. But it's like it's always about where are the people that you want to attract to your products, to your store, and what's the natural way of communication, what would they like to get. So again, this is like another step is social media. So if you will find what they need, what problems they have, and you start answering those problems and creating content that addresses those problems, then you become go-to person in a certain niche, or go-to company in certain niche, and then people will, okay, this makes sense. How can I get your product? How can I get your service? And then they, it's much bigger chance that if they even see the cheaper product on Amazon, they will just buy yours because they trust you.
Okay, let's do one more before I let you go. So I will pretend that I am this guy. I come to you. Okay, Donkey's Castle. So basically, I have a few T-shirts. So I'm a merch on Amazon seller, and I created this unique design, and I'm just selling T-shirts. And because I created those myself, so I actually have a few keychains and stuff. And that's pretty much all I have. That's how I'm starting. So how you will do my audit now, and like what you will ask me in our initial call, like what are we going to talk about with you?
Okay, I would ask you where this idea came from.
Well, when I was a teenager, I was so bored in the classroom. I would just like doodle these donkeys, and I was thinking, and people would love my donkey. He had these big cheeks, and then everybody said, man, this is awesome. And then just through the years, I became better at drawing it. And I just love them, this represents me. That's why I'm creating a brand around it.
And how like, do you know any communities, or where are the people that, is there anyone like you that likes donkeys?
So, well, I have this Twitter account, and I'm not very, actually pretty...
Not very popular.
On Twitter. Wow. Is this like something... Wow, this guy, look, every day posting something. I guess he knows something I don't know. But he's just posting random things. Look, I don't know. But something to do with...
It's not random. I just when you scroll through it, it's like donkey is, I don't know it, but it's a kind of a game. So that's what I noticed.
Okay, maybe so it's a game character. That's what it could be.
Yes,
And people
and
are
this
playing with Donkey.
yes, and that makes things much easier because it's like if much easier. You when you are
Exactly. You're right.
targeting the game community, it's like the most of the job that is done is for the company that created the game. They already know who they want to target, and you see what's in it, who plays in it, and it's actually pretty easy because like the game merge, if you have access to the of course if you have access to copyrights, because it might be like he's creating, so that would be one of the questions. If he's creating this merge, does he have any copyrights for it? Because it's like so many brands are just shut down because they create, Disney or any other stuff that they don't have right to, and they create the brand, and then the brand owner comes and shuts the brand down.
I guess he doesn't have a lot of presence. At least here it's being auto-corrected. Like,
Yeah.
let's search instead for Donkey. Still, yeah, on Amazon he doesn't really exist yet. So I guess it's not a popular brand yet, as I think, but people seem to play. Look, 3 million views of the Twitch stream, so it must be a little bit popular,
Yeah, the streaming and gaming industry is really huge, and it's growing. And it's like if he might not even have any presence on Amazon, because it's like if he or she has 3 million views on Twitch or YouTube, it's like just this is their sales channel. They can just create Stripe payment, that they don't even have to create e-commerce store, and they can create something on Printful and sell it. So it's like if you have, and again it's like for example, they if somebody like this comes to me and he says, okay, I'm having like 3 million visits on my websites, and it's okay, I sell 300 t-shirts a day, and I think, okay, from 3 million, 300 t-shirts, it's actually pretty low. So you might have 10x your business. So then we will go deeper and see, okay, what kind of t-shirts do you like? Maybe this is too big of a choice. What can you, so you have like keychains and so on. Maybe you could align them in a funnel. So you just concentrate on a t-shirt, and when the people accepts it, you think, okay, maybe you would like a t-shirt for your girlfriend, or maybe you would like a hoodie, and then keychain. So you can create the experience for people coming to your website where they feel more taken care of, and you get more money. So it's like, and you don't have problems with people coming to your website. You have huge traffic, but maybe you are just using 5% of potential that you could use from it.
Yeah, like, look, I have 6 million subscribers. Oh my God, and I started this as like low guy. Actually, super famous. I guess at the end of every video, I would put like a little link to my site if I would really want to push for that,
If you would like to push for that, but it's like it's just enough if you would just create videos with your t-shirt, and people would ask you, okay, where can I buy this t-shirt, and you just link to your website. So you when you have, it's really important to just balance the way, because people love to buy, but they don't like to be sold. They don't like if somebody's selling to them. So it's about creating experience where people will gladly buy something, and then they have friends. So for example, if it's a game and they have like bought the t-shirt and they go to school, and then you have just free advertisement, because like, wow, what a great t-shirt, where did you bought it? And you link to this. So it's like brand experience is much more than just logotype and how the website looks like, or is it complex or full of content or not.
I really like how you said, I keep thinking that sentence, okay, people don't like to be sold. It's like they so there's this soft selling technique that has to go in, right? Like, where does it end and where does it start? When I'm like, let's say I'm creating a TikTok video with my brand, that t-shirt, Donkey t-shirt, right? So now where like does it end and stop? Do I put a link where you can buy a t-shirt, or I don't? Like, like how to actually purposely do the branding that is not hard to sell?
It's like, if you're just focusing on selling, showing products, you just hard sell. But if you create something and you show your products, then so it's always about, okay, what do I give up front? What kind of, how what problem so with the donkey, you don't actually solve any problem, you entertain, and people love to be entertained. And if you entertain someone with the game and they love the character, they just want to have it on your desk, on your t-shirt and all this other stuff. So yesterday I've watched the Netflix documentary about League of Legends. I don't know if you heard about the game.
It's I know that biggest. One. I used to be a gamer before.
Yeah, so I played World of Warcraft. I didn't play League of Legends, but I downloaded it yesterday. But it's like this is exactly like the same way of thinking that I have. It's like create the $1,000 experience to make people want to pay you $50, $60, $100 for this experience. So if you will give entertainment or value or create content or move emotions for people, you will create this account of gratitude that people have, and then they will gladly pay out from this account and buy your products and services. So it's like, but I know clients that create this huge abundance of gratitude and they don't give the opportunity to buy. And this is wrong in my opinion, because then people will buy somewhere else. They will fulfill this need. So if you create, if you answer the needs and you create value, then asking for purchase isn't that hard, and people expect it.
This is great. So my takeaways from our conversation are this. Okay, so first I look at my product line and I have to think, who is my buyer, right? So who is that customer group?
Yeah.
And the second thing is, what can I create for them that is not a hard sell? Like what type of content? Let me tell you a few takeaways then in total. So first takeaway is that I have to think about who my customer is, right? The first thing when I look at my product line, I haven't really considered, this is a child's purse, but could be bought like by a punk style girl or whatever, and it's not really, I haven't really thought about it or thought what they like. So I guess for everyone who's watching, the first thing is to consider who your audience is.
Yes.
And second thing I liked what you said is that you would create some type of content that is not a hard sell, but that is interesting for that audience, sort of not featuring your product as the key star there, but somehow involved in it,
Yes.
And I like that. And also from that, creating that content, then try to either pixelize them, add them to email list, and then keep sending them that content in order to gain that asset, right? So these are the three things that you say are important.
I would agree with this. So these are the things that if you get it, so these are, if you would do those things, this is perfect. Especially the first one. So if you know who you're talking to and how to answer the questions and serve the purpose.
This sounds great. Well, thank you very much. So if people want to contact you and work with you, how can they get in touch?
I think the best way would be on my website, michaelbeast.com, and then use the contact or social media links and just write to me.
So it was michaelbeast.com, right?
Yes.
And it's here. Personal branding. Wow. You're good at these first impression things.
Thank you.
Great. All right. So now we know. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for meeting with me today. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Paulina.